Hello, my name's Hauser, and you're watching this video because you have a passion to scale your business and leave behind all the struggles of finding new team members, developing the metrics so that you know how to grow your business. You're just not getting the profit out of your business that you had hoped, and you know that your product or service is the best, and yet you see your competitors looking like they're winning in your marketplace. Maybe you've tried to hire and you're just not getting the right candidates, or possibly no candidates at all. You've got an accountant, but you only hear from them at tax time, and then they give you monthly reports, but you don't really know how to use them to make sound business decisions within your organization. Sometimes your business just feels like disorganized chaos, and maybe you feel like if you don't do it, it doesn't get done at all. Well, right now, if you're thinking, gosh, I really wish I could invest in marketing, or I need to invest in marketing, but it's really got to work this time. If you don't want a repeat of no return on investment from your marketing, let's sit down and talk about the marketing needed in your business. So if this sounds like you, even a little, continue watching this video, and I'm going to share with you how I went from struggling to scale my own business to ranking in the top 100 coaches in the world and generating millions of dollars for my own firm and my clients' firms, working when only I choose to. If you're building your business on the old model of how to run a business, then you're not going to survive in the 21st century. Everything about business is changing, and you need to know how to scale under the new model. You must learn before you earn, and joining our mentorship program, where you'll be given the step-by-step education, the coaching to make sure you're applying it correctly in your business, and you'll also have, with some of our programs, peer-to-peer networking, where you'll share your best practices and successes. Then take some time and listen to the rest of this video. So now we're going to teach you how every business owner can increase profitability by 60% and create generational wealth while creating a highly leveraged team so that you can enjoy the life of your dreams. And we do that without wasting money on marketing. I didn't say no marketing, I said not wasting money on marketing, making sure you have impactful marketing. And we do it so that we can teach you how to do all of these things without burnout. Too many business owners walk into our office and that's their number one challenge. I'm exhausted. We will give you the roadmap and the pathway in order to build your business so that you can create the life of your dreams. It's my belief that with almost 900,000 business owners in North Carolina alone, at least 30,000 woke up this morning stressed about the profitability of their business and worried about the lack of time they have to spend with their family. There's a solution, and I want you to know that your specific solution is within reach. If you commit yourself to building your business, following my simple roadmap, and trust that as you release yourself from doing every task in your business, then this short training will deliver everything you had hoped and will help you past your struggle to scale. Today, I'm going to share with you the 3 biggest challenges facing business owners today, the old model of building a business and why it's dead, the Pathfinder's shift to scale your business to profit by at least 60% this year, the simple process to building a business that runs without you, and how to use what you learn to catapult your business to number 1 in your industry. So what do each of these folks have in common that you don't? They have a strategy and a plan and a team to execute, and they have a clear pathway to increasing their profitability. So who is Coach Hauser? First of all, just a little bit about me. I'm the youngest of 6 children. I have 4 older brothers. I'm a wife, I'm a mother, and now I'm a grandmother. I'm a lifelong learner. I'm a marketing exec in the past for a multi-billion-dollar pharmaceutical company, but that's all history. At the age of 50, I decided that the way to live my dream, I had to stop working in the corporate grind and launch my own business. And then life sometimes throws us challenges. And shortly after starting my business, I learned that my oldest son was an opioid addict. I had to find a way to build my business while helping my son and helping him raise his young son. So like me, all business owners have challenges. So when it comes to coaching, who is Coach Hauser? Well, I won Breakout Coach of the Year in my 2nd year in this business. And by year 4, I won my first Coveted Action Man Award. I joined President's Club and won the President's Club Award by year 5, and I also achieved Global Top 100 Coach by year 5. I've coached hundreds of businesses in my one-to-one programs. I've coached thousands of businesses in group training programs, and I've coached for over 10,000 hours. And from what I hear, that's what they say it takes to be an expert. I recently qualified as a master coach and presented at my first global conference to thousands of coaches across the globe. So the other thing that's important to know about Coach Hauser is that I've been trained by the top business gurus, and I continue to invest more than $30,000 a year in learning what it takes to make a successful business in the 21st century. Brad Sugars, the #1 business coach on the planet, is my primary mentor. But Seth Godin, Marshall Goldsmith, Jeffrey Gitomer, Chris Voss, Mark Bowness, there's so many people who have poured into me exactly what it takes to make a successful business. And I have taken all of that and consolidated it, and I'm here to share that with you as we move forward. So, the old model of running a business, and why is it dead? Mostly because you're relying on your accountant for advice. And although I have a trusted accountant, when it comes to growing and scaling my business, that's not where I go for advice. Many times your accountant will tell you to cut back on spending when the bottom line just doesn't look great. And in theory, that sounds wonderful, but when you cut back on spending, you also cut back on your growth potential. People tell you to just work harder. Well, burnout is the #1 challenge that people come to me with, that they just can't work any harder. And so they're actually pushing away business because they're working too hard in their business. It gets super, super frustrating. And most of you are on the verge, if not in full-fledged burnout. You wouldn't build a house without a blueprint. You wouldn't even bake a cake without a recipe. So why did you start your business with a skill for your product or service, but no real plan for how to grow and how to scale? You also need a plan or a recipe for that. So what are the 3 biggest challenges facing business today? First, it's business finance. How to use it for decision making and knowing when you're ready to scale based on the numbers in your business. Marketing. We've all heard 80% of marketing doesn't work. So most people say, why bother? Well, there's a way to figure out the 20% that do work, and that's part of our plan. And then team, especially in today's environment, everyone's having trouble finding and hiring the right people. We've got strategies to help you with the difficulty in hiring, current staff not producing, and too much turnover because staff are leaving. And how do we do that? We do that through the Pathfinder's method for increasing your profitability by creating a productive team and a marketing plan and strategy that delivers consistent leads for peace of mind so that you know your business will grow and your life will start to take shape. Most people start a business and their life is based on what's left over. We teach you to create a life and then build a business that will help you achieve that. So we start with a foundation, and the foundation is about understanding your goals and objectives and your vision and your mission, and more importantly, the culture of your business. We understand that marketing is really important. We explain the difference between marketing and sales and how to create lead generation that really impacts your business, and then how to convert those leads into customers through your sales process. And if you don't have a sales process, this is exactly the program that you're going to need for the 21st century. We talk to you about leadership and teach you how to keep the team that you have in place and make sure that they feel valued and loved and are driving your business the same way that you drive your business. And then once that's in place, we teach you how to build a stronger team, how to hire the right people without spending hours and hours in the hiring process. We've got a really great plan to help you simplify and streamline hiring the right candidates so that they self-select into your organization. Then we implement the right systems and processes. Once you've got a team in place, you need the systems so that your business can run without you. If you are coming into work every day and you are the one that makes the engine run, and you step away to take a day off with your family and things start to slow down or come to a crawl, then you need better systems. And once that's done, the next level is freedom. We teach you that now that your business is running without you, it's generating passive income. what do you do with that income so that you can have a secure future? So it's a complete plan from whether you're in startup mode or you're getting ready to scale your business so that you can prepare to sell it, or whether you're in the throes of just growing and scaling your business, this program is exactly what you need. So I'm going to tell you about Darren. Darren is one of my clients who came to me several years ago after he watched this exact presentation. He joined a one-on-one coaching program and he grew his tile installation business from a single two-man crew, him and a helper, to today he's got 9 crews generating well over $1 million in revenue, and felt like he had a custom plan that worked exactly for where he was in his business. Take a listen.
I just had too much to do. Um, didn't know where to go, didn't know what direction I needed to go in to get me to the next level. I was doing all of the installs for my business and all of the paperwork and billing and marketing and everything, and just didn't have enough time to handle anything else. Myself and one subcontractor, and he wasn't full time. Just when I couldn't get to something, he would take that task for me. We have 9 crews, 9 tile setters, 9 installers, most of which are dedicated to just installing tile. We have crews that do rough end jobs. We have other crews that do, demolition and cleanup. And I have a full-time production manager, operations manager who handles all of the scheduling in the field and really handles the entire field. And then I have an office manager who just handles all of the bookkeeping and all of our marketing. I had all the reservations. God, there's too many to list. You just when you don't have the knowledge that I have now, you don't know what's possible. So I think the biggest thing was because I was an owner-operator, I never thought that my clients would allow me or still work with me if I wasn't operating or doing the installs. Being in the construction industry, they were used to having me do their installs and me on the jobs, and I think that was the biggest hurdle for me. In retrospect, I didn't lose one, so it wasn't a big deal at all. We've seen just ridiculous growth. I think we're doing about 8 times what we were doing for annual sales when I met you. So it's been a lot. Yeah. Whenever I talk to somebody about this, I vividly remember. Before I came here, I looked into everything. I looked into Forsyth Tech. I looked into community colleges. I looked into a 4-year degree. This situation looks intimately at your exact business and the situation that you are in on a weekly basis. And so instead of learning all of these things over here and then you have to figure out a way to practically apply them. You're guided through that and told how to practically apply them to each individual situation. So I think I can't tell you how many times I've said that Mary Ann and Action Coach is the cheapest, most valuable team member I have.
So what is the simple formula for increasing profitability in your business? Well, we call it the business chassis, or the 5 ways to grow a business. And yes, there are 7, 8 things on this slide that you're saying, so where are the 5 ways? Well, you see that customers and revenue and profit, those are in blue on this slide. Those are the things that everybody wants. We want more customers, we want more revenue, and we want more profit, but we're not really sure how to go about it. Well, this simple formula will help you to scale your business. It starts with leads, because you can't get a customer if you don't have a lead. And then it's your conversion rate. How do you move someone from just interested in your product or service to actually signing a contract or making a purchase? So that's your conversion rate. And when you take your leads and you multiply them times your conversion rate, that's how you get to the number of customers you've brought into your business. Then when you look at your customers and you say, well, how many transactions do they do in a given time period? Let's, for example, say a year. And what's the average dollar sale of your business? Then that's how you get to revenue. And once you understand your revenue, you want to figure out what is the part that you get to keep. Well, you get to keep the part that's called profit. And so to calculate your gross profit, we multiply your revenue times your margins. So we're going to look at this little example that I've placed up here, and we're going to pretend it's an auto detail shop. Two young men started this auto detail shop. Maybe their sister or sister-in-law chipped in every once in a while and helped with some of the front office stuff. But they had 4,000 leads in the first year that they went into business. And we actually met with them early on, so they were truly tracking what was going on in their business. 4,000 leads in the first 12 months, and they converted about 25% of them. So that gave them 1,000 customers. On average, in the auto detail business, people were coming back twice a year, and they were spending about $100. So this little business generated $200,000 in revenue. And then they realized that after they paid for their soaps and after they paid for the labor for the folks to operate the auto detail shop, that what was left was about $50,000 in profit. Not too bad for a startup business just getting out of the gate. So then we started to work with them, and we were teaching them our strategies for lead generation and our strategies for conversion rates. And the lead generation strategies that we implemented were helping them create digital ads online that we knew were going to generate the return on investment we hoped. Then we also worked with them with a strategic alliance who consistently sent them people to have their car auto detailed. They were able to increase their profitability well above 10%, but today we're going to show you a simple example of only increasing these key areas in your business at 10%, what a significant difference that can make. So they were able to increase leads by 10%. That's about 4,400 leads then in the second year. That 400 additional leads actually equates to about 8 more leads in a given week. And that's the phone rang one extra time every day. Not out of the question in the auto detail business. We were able to take our sales process and our sales strategy and our customer service to the next level. And so we were converting more people, just 10% more, not to 35%, but to 27.5. And what that resulted in was an additional 210 customers for the following year. So they grew from 1,000 to 1,210. And some of our marketing strategies, but also some of our sales conversion strategies also resulted in number of transaction increases. And those increases didn't skyrocket, but on average, people came back 0.2% more times, right? So it was 2.2 on average when we looked at everybody that came back over the course of the next year. And so they were able to also raise their prices by $10. Now, you can increase your average dollar sale by increasing another product or service that you sell within your business. So they could have achieved that by maybe adding on a different wax treatment for a car or some sort of interior cleaning process. But they chose to do just a simple price increase to 110. And the following year, this business now did $292,000. And they were able to increase their gross margin by working with the companies that they bought their soaps from because their volume was going up. They were able to negotiate a lower price. And the price increase actually helped tweak their margin a little bit as well. And so their gross margin went up to 27.5. Now their net profit is $80,000. So what would you do with an additional $30,000 in your business? I hope you said invest it back into either people or systems, because that's the smart thing to do when you're gaining profitability within your organization. And we teach you exactly how to do that and when to know how to pull the trigger. So just for fun, I said, let's just say we were able to increase by 30%. So instead of 4,000 leads, they were able to get 5,200 leads in a year. And instead of converting just 27%, they converted 32%. Now they had an additional 690 customers. If they were able to get people to come back 2.6 times on average, which again is not a huge needle move if we're actually tracking transactions, and we raised our price and included an upsell service, and the average dollar sale now went up to $130, this business would go from $200,000 to $571,000. And if they were able to really trim their gross margins even a little bit more, then their profitability now with a 30% increase in all of these areas would be $186,000. That's how you grow and scale a business, just from looking at some of these key performance indicators, these key metrics that you want in your business. So what are the 3 foundational principles of building a successful business? First, you must be committed to building the business that was previously only a dream. Design the life you desire and will build a business to help you deliver just that. Number 2, marketing. You have to have marketing that works. You have to be willing to invest in your market and have a dedication to test and measure all of your results. 80% of marketing doesn't work, so why try? Well, we're going to throw that idea right out the window, because we're going to teach you through testing and measuring how to find marketing that truly does work. And the third foundational principle is making sure that you've got an awesome team. So many people are afraid to scale and make that investment in your team, but we will teach you the skill set so that you can be the strong leader in your organization. This is not an expense. Just like marketing, team in your business is an investment so that you can grow and scale. Don't be the ceiling in your business. So your biggest goal realized. We explained this quickly before, but it starts with your foundation. And then we move through to marketing and sales. We help you understand your pathway to profit. We teach you the leadership skills you need for the 21st century. We help you build the strong team that is as passionate about your vision as you are, and then the systems so that your team knows exactly how to operate when you're not there. And in the end, what that results in is the lifestyle that you truly had hoped to achieve by starting your business. So if we were to just show you what some of our clients say about working with our team here at Action Coach. Mike DeBerry, he's been a client for years now, but he said that for years prior to meeting us, he had been trying to figure out how to grow his business. And just after 3 weeks, he said, I already know it's the answer to my prayers. We are taking his business to the next level. There are testimonials after testimonials that will share what Mike has said about working with Action Coach. But don't listen to me. Like Darren, listen to Carolyn Hearn. She's an owner of multiple fitness studios. She joined a one-on-one coaching program, and her business has transformed. In fact, she was probably at the top of the list of people who walked in my door really just suffering from burnout. And take a listen to what Carolyn has to say.
I was referred to Action Coach by 2 people, actually. My financial advisor, Josh Donnelly, and then also a local business broker, Ron Buck. So I was kind of at a point in my business where I wasn't very happy. Things weren't really going that well. I was super frustrated, and I kind of gotten to the point where it just wasn't fun anymore. And it was so stressful that I was thinking about actually selling my business. So the thought was to work with Mary Ann for a little while with getting the business just to get it prepared for a sale. And then, of course, once I started working with Mary Ann, things started working and clicking, and I was able to kind of develop my team a little bit better and make some big changes in our systems and our processes. And so now I'm really happy as the owner of my business, and I'm not really looking to sell anymore. Honestly, I really didn't have any. I was at a point where I was just so burnt out and so miserable that I was like, this is all I have left. And I vividly remember sitting across from Mary Ann, and she was like, okay, well, how do you want to pay for coaching going forward? And I was like, here's my credit card. I didn't even think about it. It was just one of those things where I realized that, I just kind of had to surrender to the process and just figure out what, advice she was giving me. And and just, implement it and just do a lot of hard work. And and then, so I really didn't have that many reservations. I mean, I think the question would be like, what hasn't changed? I mean, everything's changed. I have actually working with Marianne, the first thing we decided was that I just really didn't have a team and enough employees working for me. So that was kind of the first thing we did, was build out my team, and now I have 17 employees to staff my 2 Pure Barre locations here in Winston-Salem. I have 2 managers, and so I mean, it's nice because now I'm only working when I want to and when it is appropriate for me to be working, so that I have plenty of time to do more like owner activities and things that I should have been doing probably all along. But yeah, so our team has definitely changed. I've been able to kind of develop them, and now my 2 managers are coaching with Miriam as well, which has been really nice and definitely added a whole new layer of sophistication and I guess like expertise and knowledge to like what we're doing every day. I'm trying to think. Yeah, finances. Oh my gosh, like night and day. I realized shortly after working with Marianne that I needed to fire my accountant, that he was not doing things the way he should have been doing. So I have since hired a new accountant, which is awesome. I love him. If you need a recommendation, let me know. And then, I have kind of switched to doing my own bookkeeping, and then I meet with a professional bookkeeper once a month to kind of check over all of the things that I did. So it's like I have like an oversight and we kind of go through everything, but I'm literally involved in the numbers to the point, I mean, I know so much now, and it was super hard to like get everything cleaned up. But now, like this year is the first year that we've done, that we're just starting off, like clean, and it's just been amazing. Like I spend a lot less time doing my books and on my finances, but like I have confidence that they're right, and it's just made making business decisions a lot easier, especially in terms of like making large purchases, like when to purchase inventory, that kind of thing. So it's been super helpful. I definitely have more time to do the things that I want to do, but now I feel like, working with Marianne, I realized that I could maybe even own another business. So they're just like, I have a lot more things that I'm doing, but I definitely want to be doing them. So, yeah.
So would you like me to share with you how my team and I can work with you on a one-to-one basis or in a group environment to craft your plan to build a business that gives you the finances and freedom to live the life of your dreams? Colby watched this exact presentation. He joined a group coaching program, saw 5x growth immediately. Then he advanced into a one-to-one program, and in 1 year, he increased his revenue from an average of $5,000 a month to over $35,000 and is on track to reach $100,000 per month by the end of this year with recurring revenue in just some of the simple strategies that we've helped him implement in his business. Take a listen. Here's Colby.
My name is Colby Flood. I founded BrighterClick in January of 2019. It is a digital marketing and web design agency focused on bringing transparency to the digital marketing world. During the 2 months that I've been working with Marianne and Action Coach, I've actually seen a 5x growth in my monthly revenue for my business. And the great thing is that at least 80% of that is recurring revenue. So it's not something that is just spiking the first month and then dropping back down. That growth I actually started seeing within 2 to 3 weeks of working with Marianne. I've learned a lot working with Marianne and Action Coach. I've seen a big growth in revenue, but there's been a lot of things personal and business that I've walked away with as well. Understanding how to value my business and what I provide to clients and then translate that into my fees has definitely helped part of the growth that I've seen in my business. Another big thing is understanding a good work-life balance. I'm new to starting my own business. I started this business in 2019, so it's been a little over a year at this point. I came into this 60, 70 hours a week, and I wasn't making the revenue that I should have been for working that many hours. Marianne has definitely guided me to focus on what is important and what is urgent, and then laying a plan to continue to grow for Q4 of 2020 and then the rest of 2021 as well. if I was talking to somebody that was looking at starting Action Coach, I would say just pull the trigger and go for it. I know there is a financial responsibility to join, but the results that you'll see not only in revenue growth, but in mental clarity and in stress reduction far exceed whatever you're paying to spend time with Marianne and her team. If you haven't experienced anything with them, go to one of the mindset clubs, go to one of their free webinars. It's something you'll definitely be happy you did, and it's something that I plan to continue to do for the rest of this year and for many years to come.
So let me be clear. As one of the top coaching firms on the planet, we're limited in the number of businesses that we can work with at any one time. We only invite about 30% of the people that we talk to consider joining our coaching program. We won't waste time or money if it's not for you. The only purpose of our initial call is to ensure that you have the clarity on the next steps for you and your business. And I guarantee you, whether you decide to move forward or not, that first call will give you the clarity on your very next steps to take in your business. So the strategy call is not for you if you are not 100% committed to building a business that creates your life stream. It's not for you if you're looking for a quick win to the detriment of your long-term success. And it's not for you if you're not committed to your own personal success as well as professional success. But this strategy call is for you if you are a business owner or leader who knows that you want more growth and are looking for the pathway to get there. It's for you if you are dedicated to taking action and are committed to truly achieving the goal that you have in your business. And it is for you if you want to build legacy wealth for your family, develop a world-class team, and make a difference for your customers and your clients. So if all this call did was give you the exact step-by-step process to make your business a success, enable you to rock 10x in your business, and enable you to accelerate and engage your team and create a business that can run without you, so you can take the vacations you desire and spend time with your family like you had hoped to, wouldn't it be worth it? Book your call right now. Thank you.